shining pants.
No more free beats.
Living inside your world.
Backpack, what up, y'all? What up, y'all?
All right, boom, 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 and we back. It's your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast, episode 213, 213. That's Cali, ain't it? Anywho, what you just heard was Stuck in a Hotel, a beat by the guest of the hour, my little bro, my homie and beat extraordinaire, beat maker, producer extraordinaire, Backpack Beatz. No doubt. Yeah, man, shouts out to my man. He'll be here in the halfway mark, of course. And the dope thing about it is they just dropped a dope beat tape, Flight 1189. So we're gonna talk about that, amongst other things happening in his life since the last time he was on the pod. So yeah, man, go check up on my boy, and should be cool because that's my bro. What else we got? Thank you guys for making it here. Do my math right. We got one more week. One more week. I'll be back the day after Memorial Day for the next episode. No Dr. Dre. But yeah, so I'm trying to think. Do I have? I think I do. I got somebody in mind. I know I got somebody in mind. So we'll see about that. What we get into it? Let's get into the personal stuff. First of all, someone out there is no longer the queen of kindergarten because she's matriculated. She's gone on to the first grade. Shouts out to my baby Mackenzie. Today they had a program celebrating her accomplishment, and she received what I believe was the Wisdom Award. The Wisdom Award. You know what? How about I just go to my face in the book, as my pops would say. Go to the face in the book and show y'all. I can show you better than I can tell you. So those in YouTube land, y'all just hold tight. Podcast land, y'all hold tight too. Y'all gonna get this. Y'all gonna get this. Share the screen. Yep, that's the screen I want to share. Make sure it's showing for your viewing pleasure. Don't worry about all this other stuff that you see, like me getting engaged to Felicia. Don't worry about all of that. Oh, hang on. Let me expand it. Let me turn that audio up.
cheerleader, Bindi, Wisdom Award, Mackenzie, Wild Imagination, Cole,
Okay, so that's not the code though.
Extraordinary
You ready to back? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, as I say at the table, what's super dope, man, is my dad's dad. His name was Wisdom. So it was quite fitting for me, for my daughter to get the Wisdom Award. Shouts out to a kindergarten teacher and all the other students that participated. Yeah, man. Proud of my baby, man. Proud. I know she's been a great leader in the classroom. Teacher says she's very smart, helping out, with the other students. And then also too, just this weekend, as I wobbled around, because I mysteriously sprung my ankle. I don't even ask, because I don't know. Like this is life in your 40s. I supposedly just sprung my ankle out the blue. But yeah, man. She had a little 2 birthday parties. Shouts out nephew Josiah. Nephew Josiah turned a big 7. Yeah, so she being sociable. Birthday season in full effect. Now graduation season. Shouts out to her brother and her cousin, who will be walking the stage this week. So shouts out, yeah, man. Just accomplishments all around. All around. And then, of course, my baby Felicia out here doing big things. Be repping. Phenomenal cooking experience. I'm repping right now. I got the shirt on. And my baby cooked for the former, I said it right, former, not farmer, former mayor of Tallahassee, and should have been governor of Florida, and his wife for his wife's birthday this past week, man. And supposedly they loved it. Supposedly they loved it. So shouts out to them. Also met attorney Sean Pittman, who, man, shut his whole podcast down. He doing it for real. Yeah, y'all go to the Sean Pittman show. Go to the Sean Pittman show. Just go over there. I'm done. He got it. Shutting it down. This guy. No, for real. Mr. Pittman, if you're watching, I would like you to be a guest on the show. I'm trying to hit you up on the flip some kind of way and get that to happen before you forget who I am, because it's already been a week. I'm not joking. Anyway, man's he knows everyone. When I say everyone, I mean everyone. I'm not even gonna get into it because it ain't my business. But man, I don't think I ever been flexed on like that before. It was he wasn't even trying. I'm not even putting him out like that. He man's was mad humble, mad humble. So I mean he could have really been arrogant, and I would have totally understood. He wasn't. Cool as a fan. Cool as the other side of the pillow. Nothing but respect because of that. But my man flex. I was just like, And let me shut my butt up. I'm gonna I'm gonna go back in this corner and take these pictures and be a good photographer, right? That's what I do. I take pictures. Speaking of, if you're in the Tallahassee area, no, graduation is nearly over. Also got post grad, after grad pictures, I guess. You know, family pictures. What's coming up? Memorial Day. What else we got? I don't know. There's these summer months. These in studio shots about to be on and popping. I don't think anybody want to be in the sun. This golden hour don't happen till 8:30. For those who know, golden hour, magic hour, 8:30 at the earliest. I'm joking. 7:30 at the earliest. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I got much to talk about. I got a lot to talk about. I just got to get to it. I'm just fumbling around. Yo, big up. Can I say big sis? She's definitely not bigger than me, physically. But she's older than me. Shouts out to Nicole Everett, who was friend of the show, ESH alumnus. Conversations with Nicole, of course. Having her inaugural musical moment. Just stepping in my territory. I think I'll start interviewing psychiatrists now. If you want to start having musical moments, Nicole, I'm gonna start interviewing psychiatrists. Yeah. Anyway, I'm joking. No. If you're interested, Tallahassee area, Thursday, May 25th at the Signature Lounge, which is on Orange Avenue. So you have my sis, my little sis, linking up with my big sis, Tokyo Extraordinaire. Of course, we just had DJ L Smooth, aka the Ultra Producer, who of course have even tighter ties to Tokyo than even I do. So I'm pretty sure he'll be in the building. I'm gonna try to make it. Can't make any guarantees. I'll get to it, but yeah. Life has its twists and turns like licorice. Yeah, so a line I wrote some 22 years ago. And yeah, it's proven to be true. So can't make any promises about any outings I'll be doing, but if I can, I'm gonna try to make it to support my sisters in entertainment with Tokyo and Nicole. So man, shouts out to them. If I can't make it, if you guys can make it, apparently it's free before 7. Gonna cost you about 2 combo meals at Chick-fil-A. You get there after 7, but I'm pretty sure it'll be worth it because it's Tokyo. Tokyo's an incredible artist. So yeah, if you can do that. What else we got? Got a new color purple. I got a new color. I wasn't even gonna talk about this. This is not on the docket. I'm just wilding right now. It's probably better than the other topic I had because that's kind of low key. Meh. Yeah, man. New color purple dropping. I guess Christmas, and I'm with it. Now, those who know me know that The Color Purple is my second favorite movie of all time, only topped by Fight Club, which couldn't be. They're polar opposites. If just socially, they're polar opposites. Fight Club reeks of white male patriarchy, and The Color Purple, it's the complete opposite. It's about unity amongst black women against the patriarchy. White man, black man, or otherwise. How, E? How? I don't know. It's an enigma. I did it. Shouts out my man Remote. Shouts out to Remote. Romiko. The man supports me every freaking week. Like, I gotta get his name right. Romiko card. Wrong button. Romiko, I see you, my boy. I appreciate you, dog. Straight up. Let that not be understated. Romiko, Eugene, my cousin Abe, tons of other, but those three in particular, man. Besides my wife and my man JC, Joe, all the people, everybody in my corner. But those three in particular, they really don't have to. They really don't have to, but they do. And I really appreciate it, man. I don't show it, I don't say it. I should be every week, I should, honestly. But Romiko, Eugene, Abe, appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate the love, for real. So if anybody in the situation, man, nobody will support me, man. I can't say that. I can't say that because them boys look out for me, straight up. But no, Color Purple, man. Now, let it be understood that the movie isn't a remake of the 1984 movie, even though some of these same players will be playing a part. So Steven Spielberg is still part of it as an executive producer. Oprah Winfrey is still part of it as an executive producer. But it's based on the Broadway musical and not the 1984 film. So it will be some differences. Which the main thing that got to hit me is they got Fantasia playing Celie, which is fitting. Especially her being from North Carolina. And then they got I can't remember this lady's name. Tarja P. Henson as Suge. I'm like, how the hell Celie gonna be able to sing better than Suge? I'm just saying. If Fantasia can sing, I'm like, Celie gonna be out singing Suge Avery? Huh? That's my only moment. Like, how Celie gonna be out singing Suge? I get it, but still, I know it's not the same as I've stated, but that's my wild take. How you gonna get a better singer to play Celie and not Suge, who's a professional singer in the story, Broadway musical or otherwise? Anyway, coming out Christmas, they got her playing Squeak. They got which one? That don't be shaking the booty. Not Chloe, Haley. Her E-list rapper boyfriend. Which The Color Purple is coming out this weekend. Oh. That's not for the Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid coming out this weekend. Those who know why I hit that button. I love you too. But anywho, the longer awaited Little Mermaid coming out. So that's out to Haley Bailey. Am I right? But she's in there. Dude playing Mr. Where have I seen his big face up before? That man got a big face. It was just fitting because Danny Glover got a big face. So he got a big evil face. But he be playing Mr. And I think your boy who played Dr. Dre in Straight Outta Compton, he'll be playing Harpo. I think it's fitting too. So, and they got some little thick girl out there playing Oprah, playing Sophia, which, yeah, I saw a play. Shout out my girl D. She played Sophia, but she played like, I want to say pause because it's like, I don't look at D like that. D like a sister. But D was kind of sensual with with Sophia. She made Sophia, you kind of understood why Harpo wanted her. Oprah wasn't sensual. Oprah was just mean. But the way my girl D played it, it was like, oh, Oprah out here. No, Oprah. Sophia, you see why Harpo was like, yo, I need that. Get them yams. So I wonder if they're gonna, play Sophia to be more of a harlot and not a bullhorn. I don't know if that's the proper word. Anyway, I need to move on. I got other topics that I'm not gonna hit because I ran my mouth about nothing. Anyway, Color Purple coming out. I guess it's Christmas. I'm with it. Yeah, it's my second favorite movie of all time. I'm not tripping on the remake because it's not a remake of the movie. It's a remake of the Broadway show. So get out your feelings and just check it out if you like. DJ Envy and Rick Ross. And this too. You guys need to stop it. Stop it. So apparently, and I remember this. I remember watching some of the episodes. So Rick Ross is on Drink Champs. Nori claps. He's on Drink Champs, and he's talking about his new, or his second annual car show that he's going to have on this big Atlanta plot. I believe his land in Georgia, and he's basically saying Envy wasn't on his level as far as car shows go. Envy, and so I guess Envy took offense to the slight and shot some words back at Ross, and they've been going back and forth. I'm sorry. I'm Team Ross in this whole thing. I think Envy Beige Rage is is getting the best of him. Apparently, he came on the show with an officer uniform, talking about Officer Ricky. It's like, bro, is it 2007? We already know that he was a correction officer. That's already been a thing. You're not introducing no information, and you spent money, like Ross said, you went to Party Central to buy a stripper cop uniform. Try to pick fun of this dude and then go on a rant for like 10 minutes. 10 minutes that belong to your boss. I'm just saying. Then he had the nerve to be like, well, Rick Ross' boss is whoever the warden at whatever prison Ross was a correctional officer. Like, bro, that was 20-something years ago. That's not his boss now. Your current boss is your current boss. I guess I'm disappointed in Envy because Envy is normally stoic in like a lot of when he's not involved. He's not emotionally involved in the situation. But whenever he does get involved, whenever people get under the skin, shouts out to DeSuze and Mero. Whenever people do get under the skin, like he just goes off the rails and it's not a good look. Dog, just play hard body, dog. Like you make money off real estate, you a hustler, you good. But just be like, yo, Ross can't touch me anyway. What's other news? Anyway, I think they just planned it up for each other's car shows. I don't think it's coordinated. I don't think they're coordinating, but I do think they both understand that the drama puts their names out there and gives more shine to their respective car shows. And so they planned it up. But yeah, I feel bad for Envy because I'm like, bro, like you could play this so cool. You could play this cool. Yeah, you got Ross a little rattled, but you can play this so much cooler and you making yourself look like a clown, dog. And I hate that because when Envy on point, when he focused and he locked in, he's straight. But when he decide to get into the mud, he comes out looking very silly. Very silly. And it don't help that he got Charlemagne just essentially dogging him the whole time. He not even focused on Charlemagne because I guess he knows Charlemagne gonna be Charlemagne. But it's like, bro, your bro don't even got your back. Your bro is calling out all of your like stupid points. It's not a good look. It's just not a good look for Envy, man. Yeah. I mean, for Ross, I ain't saying it's the best look for Ross, but Envy just comes off as just like really goofy. And honestly, I don't think Ross takes himself that serious, especially in situations like this. Same thing with the 50 thing. Like when he went back and forth with 50, I don't think he took it that serious. And 50, again, someone who comes off better being stoic and being, I guess, somewhat gangster. Maybe it's the New York thing. But nah, when 50 get in the shenanigans and you want to take his baby mama on the shopping spree, it's like, all right, so you spent money on this man X for what? To shame him? Just for this man to have a more substantial career than you? What? Yeah. No. 50 only had like 2.5 albums that were relevant. It was just funny because I was just watching the joint with him and Cam. Cam did the same thing. He tried to wallow with Cam. Thought he was getting back at Cam. My name is his album Curtis. No, that was a mistake, 50. You should have just kept it at When I Self-Destruct, because you did when you named it Curtis. It didn't help. It's an ugly ass name. Which is worse than what was the original street name? Doodoo or Boo Boo? I think it was Boo Boo. You could have just named it Boo Boo. Because it was Ayo Technology. Fuck out of here. I ain't gonna cuss this. Name it Ayo Technology. I'm tired of people capping for 50. 50 was hot. When he was hot, he was hot. But after that, the fall off was quick and sudden. Man, 50 really long. Nah, no, he didn't. Nah. No, I don't count on TV shows. That's a wholly different realm. That's a totally different realm. It's like me judging Rick Ross on his weak wings. Nah, nigga. I'm focusing on your music. After Curtis, you dropped off the map. It was a wrap. Anyway, get into some other stuff before get into this music and bring my bro on. Beyonce and Jay-Z spent $2 million on a house in California. Supposedly the most expensive house in California. Apparently something Wack 100 can't do. Y'all let some East Coasters, some Houstoners, go to Cali and buy the most expensive house in Cali. Yeah, man. Speaking of Wack 100, this man always live up to his name. It's amazing. I wish I was that consistent with living up to my name. Wack 100 apparently made a post about there was this guy, a kid rather. It was a guy. Well, I may need to be careful by calling him a guy. It was a artist named Lil Wop, who I guess supposed to be who was tied to Gucci Mane. I guess Lil Wop was supposed to be kind of like Guap or whatever Gucci Mane little moniker is. And Lil Wop was a part of Gucci's, what was it, 1817 gang or whatever it was. But it's been reported that Lil Wop is transitioning to become a trans woman. And honestly, congratulations. If that's, he lived and that's what he feels like he's gonna do, it is what it is. So it's like, what does Wack 100 got to do with this? But apparently, Wack 100 decided to make a post and cry about the media tying in Lil Wop to Gucci, saying that they're trying to destroy Gucci's image and manhood. Bro, stop it. That's not the case. That's not the case. It's clear that the only reason we know of Lil Wop is because he was signed to Gucci's label. That's a fact. It is what it is. And yeah, when you talk about a person, if there's some type of tie-in to a notable person, because that's what makes the story, you're going to mention that other person and say, hey, yo, you may know this guy. And they say former. They don't say current. They don't say, that's his homie, his brother. What they say, former artist to Gucci Mane, Lil Wop, is transitioning into a trans woman. That's just facts. Facts. How did this become trying to destroy Gucci's image? How? Oh, I'm sorry. It's because you're being transphobic. Duh. Oh, jeez. I should have known. Like, bro, stop it. Like, stop. You being whack. All right. What Lil Wop is doing doesn't harm Gucci at all. Gucci is Gucci. Lil Wop doing what he doing is Lil Wop. Now he just happens to be or was part of Gucci's, label or whatever. But if that man decided to do that, it is what it is. Now, if he out here, he had murdered somebody, would that be attacking Gucci's integrity? Or if he went and became a doctor, would that disrupt Gucci's integrity? Oh, I thought you was a street dude. Now your man's a whole doctor out here saving lives. Like, why would that be attack on Gucci's manhood? It's not. That's Lil Wop living his life. He's whatever the truth. I don't want to say his truth. It's the truth. If he feels like this is who he truly is, then so be it. It ain't your job. First of all, I don't think Gucci need a spokesperson for his manhood. It ain't your job to step up and even speak on that. Like, it's hard enough, especially in this state, in Florida. There's literally been laws against trans people, laws to keep people from being able to get the treatment they need in those cases of transitioning to trans men and trans women. Yeah, one end where they say the parent should decide where the kid can go to school and what he should learn, but then the parent can't decide if this child has come to them and decided, hey, I'm truly this person and I need assistance with helping me becoming the person I am. The parents can't decide that. That's hypocrisy. And we pass these, hopefully what will be found to be unconstitutional laws, is because we don't like a person's path in life. It ain't harming you. Wack. What Lil Wop doing ain't harming you. It ain't harming Gucci. If anything, it's helping him not harm himself because that's who he truly believes he is. And if that's the case, so be it. That's a grown man or a grown woman. So be it. That ain't your business. If anything, you speaking up for Gucci is attacking Gucci manhood because it sounds like Gucci can't speak up for himself. You the problem, not Lil Wop. That goes to anybody else, man. Like, we gotta stop this, man. For real. Stop this because it's already violence, harassment, murder, laws, all this being applied on to people who just live in their life. And especially if you are part of a group who are constantly trying to live your life for who you are, you should at the very least be sympathetic and say, you know what? I get it. Because I got to fight for mine. So y'all fighting for yours? Salute. Instead of trying to tear them down. For what? It ain't hurting you. It ain't hurting you. It's not harming you at all. Trust me. This ideal of, they influencing the youth. No, they not. Because we know what it is. We know what it is. Don't act like growing up you never had a female friend who didn't quite fit into a female role. or a male friend who didn't quite fit in a male role. I know I did. Plenty. Very close, and those not so close. Well, he a guy, but you don't act like what I think a guy would act like. Is that a problem? No. Never was. Didn't harm me. She don't act like a guy. I mean, she looked like a girl, but she act tougher than me. Is that a problem? No. And this is the 90s, in the 80s. This is nothing new. No one's trying to influence anything. It's been here. It's always been here. It's just becoming more aware because we got more information. Information is able to be put out, and also because these people have had to hide in the shadows because of attitudes like Wack 100, like attitudes like the governor of Florida and the Florida legislative and laws they pass. Because of those attitudes, and people had to hide in the shadows. Now that they're coming out, you want to act like you're fearful, even though it's always been around. Don't be stupid. Stop being stupid. It's not going to harm you, bro. It's not going to harm you, sis. So stop it. I ain't saying you got to go out there and get in the picket line. I ain't saying you got to go pick up the flags. But stop the hate. Point blank, period. That's not going to hurt you. They're not going to hurt you. Not going to hurt your kids or anybody else in your family. All right? That's how it is. Anyway, keep it moving, man. Play this joint. My man Backpack. And we're going to bring my man on. This is Forgotten Love on flight 1189. And then we're going to be right back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. You got time, baby.
What about my love?
No more free beats.
Seem you have forgotten love.
Let's go. Turn me up some.
Forgotten love. Seem you have forgotten love. Forgotten love. Forgotten love. Forgotten love. Seem you have forgotten love. Forgotten love. Forgotten love. Forgotten love. Seem you have forgotten.
Let's go.
I do believe
Turn me up some.
you have forgotten love. Forgotten love. Forgotten love. Forgotten love. You have forgotten love. Forgotten love. Forgotten love. Forgotten love. You have
Let's go.
forgotten love. Forgotten love. Forgotten love. Forgotten love. You have. I do believe that something went wrong somewhere. But I found the feeling.
All right, boom, 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 and we back. This is your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. What you just heard was Forgotten Love, a beat by my man Backpack Beatz, who in the building. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's going on? How you feeling?
I'm chilling, man. Your background's making me nauseous.
I'm
But I
sorry.
get it.
Look, the studio space is in like such a disarray right now. It's like, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the balance.
No, you good. I'm just messing with you. No, actually, I mean, even from the blurriness, you can tell I got a beautiful place, man. Shouts out to you, man.
Shout out to Chicago.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. We need martial law. No, we need that sunlight. You need sunlight coming out that window. That's what
That part.
You know what I mean? Yo, glad to have you on, bro. Those who don't know, Backpack is an extraordinary beat maker who's been doing this for just about 10 years now. Ain't it? Clearly 10 years. Over a decade.
I'll say 10 years of being good.
Whoa.
it's been a little bit longer than that, but yeah, 10 years of actually being like good.
Being the man.
Just making good beats.
It's funny you say that, and I think we mentioned this last time because I think one of the beats on my first project you made before you became good, and you was like, "Yo, it's kind of one of my throwaways, but if you want it, I'm like, yo, give me that."
That's hilarious. Yeah, man. Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think it was. It wasn't the joint with Sierra. I think it was the other joint. I can't think of the name of my own songs now. It's been so long.
In a minute.
Yes, I really can't think of the name of it. Anyway, it'll be okay. Tales of a College Grad, nothing. Y'all go check that out. Anywho, I'm trying to think. Were you in Chicago last time you was on?
I was trying to think about that before I got on here. I'm actually not sure. Well, maybe. I think it might have been like whenever the album dropped. So if it was whenever the album dropped, then yeah, for sure. I was in Chicago. So yeah, cause I've been here since 2018. So yeah.
I think it was before or I think it was after Before I Leave. Mm-hmm. Before yeah, it was Before I Leave. What was the name of that project?
Yeah, that was before I leave. So, and that was after I left.
Right. Yo, hold on. Where is? I'm looking it up for real. Live on air. I am Googling Enigma Sept Hour podcast. Maybe that would give me. Because the 213 episode is showing. I'm like, when was the other one? Okay, yeah, 94. Jeez. Oh, at least I had better backgrounds back then. I was actually using thumbnails. Well, that was it. This was 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I feel like it seemed like it was like way longer than that. Okay.
It may be 2.5, knowing how, you know what? Let me just share it and we can see for ourselves. Let's share the screen. I look much younger, which is scary. Like it aged so much. No, you don't. You still look the same, bro. I ain't gonna front. That baby ain't aged you yet. We're gonna get into that. The baby and the wife hasn't aged you yet, but that'll happen.
World's boy, Enigma September. This is the Enigma Sept Hour.
I don't even have that throwback
the podcast.
The Los
You're watching this on YouTube, so salute you guys.
Oh yeah. Like
That's
we're not even in the house anymore. Let me fast forward, see what you look like since we're talking about. Yeah, you look the same, bro.
I was about 40 pounds lighter, my G. And it's crazy. It's funny because you say you're not in that crib. I'm not in that crib anymore. So
right.
Hey, big up for life changes, man.
For real. Yeah, my beard was actually still kind of black.
That's crazy.
Oh man, keep waking up. Just keep waking up. For real though. Please, bro, keep waking up. I'm asking you, begging you.
Yeah, word.
But no, man. Let's get into it. The new edition. Got a new nephew. Hey, I was about to say his last name. I'm about to give the whole. Hey, your wife coming at me. Why you putting my baby whole name out there? Like, my bad. Kyru, right? Did I say it right?
Crew. Just like Crew, but with a K.
Yeah. I know it's named after the basketball player. It was
just the name that my wife came up with. I said I got the next. Yeah. So, everybody always asks me like, is there a meaning to it? And it's just like, nah, not at all. It just came up with
so late millennials. Such a late millennial.
You
No.
know, it could have been a Bible name that everybody else has. So I guess she was just trying to be a little different.
Yeah, don't do that. Trust me. Don't do my nephew like that. Years of people asking you, do you know what your name means?
Exactly.
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
Got the Bible verses on deck and everything.
Exactly.
Or I don't know. And then you got your mama who named you after a Jodeci member.
Hey, it all worked out. It all worked out. So like, everybody asked me my name. For those that don't know, my name's Devontae. For those that ask me my name, I'd be like, name's Devontae. And all I say is like, I was born in 92. That's it. And everybody's like, oh, it all makes sense.
It does. It really do.
Yeah. So it's like I'll take it though. I'll take it though because Devontae is like extremely talented, and you know I don't mind sharing the name, so I'm cool with it.
Plus, Devontae is almost like the Dr. Dre of R&B almost.
That's how it
not
is,
Dr. Dre. More like the Easy E. Maybe Easy is a better take. I don't give him that much. Basically, he has a tree. He has a tree, and that tree is very intricate. Especially when you consider Timberland, Missy, that whole crew.
Yeah. Okay, that was a good save. I saw where you went with that. I thought you was talking about skill level, but then whenever you said it, tree, it makes sense. So I'll take
the musical tree in which he.
I'll take that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, because there's a guy. Was it Jimmy? Not Jimmy Douglas. I know it's Jimmy. He's an engineer. Mm-hmm. He's Timberland's engineer. Mm-hmm. So whatever, if you just look up any credit from Timberland, especially in those late 90s, early 2000s, he was an engineer. But he's on TikTok, and he just got all kind of stories, like from the 70s, the 80s, and then he goes into we met up with Timberland and Missy and how that sound all developed or whatever. So, and again, it all stems from that Devontae Swing camp. So, yeah. So, yeah, your mama knew what you was doing. Shout out to mama.
Yeah, shout out to mama.
You I can almost call her sis because I think she only got me by like less than a decade.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, we're right in the middle. Like, I may be close to her age than your age almost, but such is life.
You know, it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, man. Man, no, I'm kind of missing her now, man. I remember, what was it, Homecoming? Mm-hmm. In her and Ariel, they was in the street behind the stadium.
Oh yeah, Perry Street.
And I remember like hanging with them, low key, being big bro bodyguard, like making sure nothing shaking or moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Oh. So speaking of how is everyone? How is the family, bro?
Hey, everything is cool. This year I've realized that everybody is going through something. Everybody's going through something, so everybody's just making the best out of everything. You feel me? So everything is cool. They doing good, so I'm good. That's all that matters. Yeah.
Word. And my wife, Fee, asks, "Where's our nephew?" She wants to know.
I would make him have a guest appearance, but he is in the living room right now because my niece is actually graduating high school today, so they are watching the live stream in the living room.
Okay,
so he's chilling. He's being loud and chilling. If you can do both of those, right?
Yo, man, shouts out to the niece, not the niece like the Cosby Show, but the niece that's graduating. Yeah, I'm goofy. Yeah, it's down here in Tallahassee. all the high school graduations happening this week.
Mhm.
So, and speaking of your other niece, Mackenzie, she spoke on it earlier on the show. She's matriculated to the first grade, so they had like a little ceremony today.
Congratulations.
Nori claps. Man, trust me, it's one of the things where you're gonna be like, all right, I can't wait till I get to the point where a little man can run around and I'm throwing balls at his head and throwing it back at me. But on the flip side, when you get to that point, you're gonna be like, but I want the kid that was in my palm that could just like hold on my arm or whatever.
Yeah. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. Cause cause the crazy thing is like he's got teeth that's actually showing. He's up and moving around and all that stuff, and it's like he used to just be right here, now he's like everywhere else, what I mean? And it's like it's crazy because it's only been 7 months, but it like time is just going by so quick, so. And then whenever you say Mackenzie's going to the first grade, it's like realizing like all my friends like with kids is like I remember like when these kids were born, what I mean? So it's just like time is just moving like super, super fast. It's like I'm gonna look up and snap a finger and she's gonna be like graduating high school or something,
Bro, like for real. Like for real. Like I look at EJ daughter, I'm like, whoa, bro, wait.
I saw a family picture of them on Facebook, and I was like, what in the world?
Yeah.
So yeah, time is moving, yo, so it's all good.
Yeah. Again, you just keep waking up, and next thing you know, it's like boom. What's crazy too, and that's like my wife again. She said, "Okay, we must visit soon." She's not joking.
We're here.
We will we'll probably be in Chicago very soon, knowing her.
And trust me, it's not that bad. It's seriously not that bad. So it's comfortable. I see downtown from outside my window. It takes about 15 minutes to get there. So like just let me know. We're here.
Oh yeah, we straight. That's all we're gonna be. We not all these other dummies. I want to visit O Block. Yeah, nah, I'm straight on that. You good?
Yeah, it's like you don't have to go there if you don't want to. You feel me? Like all that stuff is avoidable. You know what I mean? So it's cool.
I am Gucci.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like, bro, it'll come at you quick. And then another interesting thing about Mackenzie, that apparently she's been bitten by the basketball bug. I don't know where that came from. But it was crazy. She can actually dribble.
Nice.
I couldn't dribble. I was like 10. She's 6. And she's like actually coordinated enough to dribble like whale. I'm like, oh, I need to take her to the court. See what's good.
That's funny. She didn't get the soccer bug at all.
She's good in soccer. We did some drills a couple years ago. I haven't been able to get back around to it. What's crazy was I was getting ready to get her ready for soccer. This was near the end of flag football season. I'm like, hey, baby, ready to play soccer or whatever, we can get that set up. She was like, I want to play flag football. Girl, why you couldn't tell me that 4 months ago? So we can get this set up. So there's flag football. The soccer, she can do it. Like she was 4 and she was like literally dribbling the ball with no problem and being able to like maneuver at 4. So she can do it, but yeah, right now, like we went to Five Below I think last week. And she went to that basketball and she just been trying to dribble like the past couple of weeks. I'm like, all right, I guess
she'll just be an all-around athlete. That's it. So
she definitely got it. She's doing dance. Now that's what's crazy too. And again, you'll see it with crew. It's gonna bug you out. like she's really into music, but it's like even more bugged out because like when she sings, she really tries to sing. Like it's like she really tries to like she doesn't just harmonize. Like she try to what's the word? Not scat, but she tries
Kind of
to
find a flow.
get cadences or
Yeah.
she'll do not the yodeling, but she'll do like she'll go along with it. It's like, oh snap! Like she really trying to sing. Like she's just not singing along. Like she's trying to find her pocket. And yo, it's wild just to be like, because it's like I've done that or I do that, but that's not part of me I ever put out. Like I got into rap because I didn't want to, I couldn't really sing. So to see her like take that path, it's like, how would she even know? Because she know I rap. I don't put it out there. I tried to sing. She's trying to sing. So no, trust me. It's gonna be crazy when crew A get on the beat machine and actually boom, 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 boom. You're gonna be like, oh. But then also too, when he hit you with a left hook, and you be like, oh, you really your granddaddy's son, huh? Okay. All right.
Exactly. Nah, he's already coming around to like a lot of stuff. It's like he already has rhythm. It's like he'll be like in his jumper and his walker or something like that. And when some music is going on, he's like bouncing to the beat, so I know he's got it. He's got a little baby on, so it's got like a DJ and like a piano thing, and that's the only toy that he'll play with, So I'm thinking we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right if that's what he chooses to do, So
right,
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
At the end of the day, it's all about just providing the opportunities for him. I saw that in I think it was a TikTok. TikTok be teaching you sometimes if you're just not looking at the silly dances. It was some guy who was just like, our job is we're not engineers. Like it's not our job to make our kids. We are shepherds. We're supposed to just lead them along the path in which they're trying to find for themselves. So yeah, it's not for us to kind of mold them one way or another. It's just guide them to what's going to basically their destiny, and just being able to provide the opportunity for them. And I know you and Sis, y'all gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Have done that. So super proud of y'all, man.
Appreciate it.
But speaking of engineering things, of course, you just dropped a new project, Flight 1189. So you can tell the people like what's the science behind the title and what made you want to drop a new beat tape.
For sure. It's actually really simple. So I went on a work trip for my job. Went from Chicago to Seattle, and that flight's about 4 hours. And my flight number was 1189. And it was crazy because that was my flight number coming back also, right?
Wow.
So so my flight number was number 1189, and I was supposed to be gone for work for 5 days for my work trip. Ended up catching COVID at my work trip, so my 5-day trip ended up being a 10-day trip. So there's a beat program, there's a production program called Koala Sampler. So this is actually an app that you can use on your phone. It's like for all the bells and whistles, it's like $11, right? So I challenged myself. I was just like, yo, I'm gonna grab my samples, get them on my phone, and try and make as many beats as I can on this work trip. So and this is my first time using the program too. So like I'm on the flight, instead of going to sleep or like watching a movie or something like that, I'm sitting here tapping beats. Like I got my headphones in, so I'm chopping the samples and making the beats and all of that stuff. So so like I said, the 5-day trip ended up being a 10-day trip, and this is just the handful of beats that I made while on my trip. A lot of the beats I did make on whenever I was on the plane, and then the other some of the other beats I made when I was in my hotel. But yeah, like I made the beat, I mixed everything, like everything was on my phone. You know, so that was the challenge. So I was just like, yo, let me go ahead and just put this out for the people. And yeah, it's pretty much how it came to be.
All right, bet that up, man. That's dope. And knowing that you already a whole genius when it come down to this thing, but to give you time to really sit back and really get into it, you already know it's gonna be fire already. I already played like 2 of the beats. All kind of makes sense now. So I played "Stuck in the Hotel," which is on the nose because of the COVID, of course.
Yeah.
And then "Forgotten Love," which I think that's based on the sample or the loop. So matter of fact, we're gonna go and get into the other 2 joints, and then I got some more interesting questions I want to hit you with. I know first you told me just pick the 2 dopest that I like. But I can't do that because all your beats are fire. However, I did pick the next 2 were my favorites out of the whole joints. So this is gonna be Corea joint and Dad, and then we'll be right back with my man Backpack Beatz. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. You got time, baby.
Backpack, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? What up, y'all? What up, y'all?
Well, I guess the song about to come to an end here. And without further ado, the guys and I are gonna like 10-4.
Backpack, what up, y'all? What up, y'all?
Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
All right, boom, 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 and we back. This is your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Beats on fire. Boy about to choke. Boy choking off Ghost. What you just heard was Corea joint and Dad. Get some caught in my throat for real. Pause. Off Flight 1189. new beat tape my man Backpack Beatz just dropped. And yeah, man, like the sample choices is fire. Like what with the Corea joint, like what made you that's what I think I heard that sample before, but what made you like go after that and then mold it into what you did?
With that one, I had first heard the joint. It was on Instagram. I heard the sample on Instagram. It was just like a little reel or something like that. So I was just like, hey, this sounds really, really good. Let me figure out how to make a beat and do something with it. So yeah, it was just like, hey, I like this. I actually sat on that sample for about a month or two, honestly. And like being on the plane was just like the perfect time to try and like figure it out because I didn't have anything else better to do. So I was like, yeah, let me try and get it, and I'm just glad it came out nice.
Oh yeah, it did. It definitely did. Definitely came out nice. And then the dad joint, like with the vocal, I don't know, it's kind of, I would have thought in my mind it would have cut off earlier, like I probably cut off earlier. Mm-hmm. Like what made you like extend it to the part where it kind of dropped and then bring it back?
That was really just how the sample was, honestly. Because that was actually one of the joints that was on the cutting board to make the project or not. So I was just like, let me figure. It just sounded better like at the end of the tape versus like being like anywhere else. Yeah, that's just how the sample sounded. And I was like, I'll just leave it like that. So yeah, real simple. So yeah, nothing too crazy.
That's another thing too, because I know like oddly enough, I want to say even before I hit you up for the interview, I was already on my instrumental vibe because again on TikTok, and came across a TikTok where it was two guys, and I guess they got like a pop beat maker podcast, and somebody brought their beat on, and they like sampled, was it electric? It was one of them tribe beats. And they came in with the tribe beat, and then they just like flipped it like crazy. I was like, oh. So I went and like followed dude on what I use Tidal. I still use Tidal. Y'all can judge me later. So I was on his joint, and then I started like just been playing instrumentals. Also, too, shouts out to Stess the MC because he had made a post where he said like he played instrumentals when his daughter's in the car with him, because of words or whatever. And so I was like, that's what I need to do because I want to introduce Mackenzie to hip hop, but yeah, I'm not too keen on her, hearing all the cussing and misogyny and gangsterisms. Ja Morant. Anyway, but so I've been kind of inspired to listen to beats or whatever. And anyway, to get to the point, of course, listen to Dr. Dre, listen to actually 2001, the instrumentals. And just listen to how like intricate they are, all the like instrumentals. And I was like, this fool just was throwing everything on the beat. But listen to your beats, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, keep it more simple. Not in a bad way. But what keeps it for you? Like, what's the difference between, trying to throw every little sound you can pick up on in the beat versus saying, you know what, I'm gonna get this piece, and that piece, and just keep it, you know what I'm saying, with just a hard hi-hat and whatever.
Mm-hmm. I think because I started rhyming before I started making beats, I've always made my beats to be rappable, or it's like for somebody to rap on them. So I've learned to not have 50 million things going on in the beat, so it can give like give the artist like room to breathe, so just letting the beat breathe so the artist can can do whatever they need to do. And then if we want to add later, we can add later. But then sometimes, less is more. So yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly. Cause I don't want to, while somebody's rhyming, I don't want to have like saxophones and stuff going everywhere. So yeah, less is more. And sometimes, like I said, it's a vibe sometimes, so that's it.
Yeah, speaking of saxophone, I think somebody was saying something like beats back in like West Coast beats back in '92. Yeah, like somebody like banging on wax, and they have like a 5 minute, they have an 8-bar solo sax. Like, hold on, how you gonna go and wild out on the ops, and then got Kenny G hitting you up with an 8-bar solo.
Tasteful, that's it.
Man, and also too, going back to the beats, like, so be it that of course you're from Florida, shouts out to Milton, but you've now been in Chicago, what, 4 years now?
It is 5 years. Yeah. Christmas will be 5 years. So
dang.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Miss you, little bro. Shed a thug tear. Has being in Chicago, have you felt more influence in your beats now versus when you were, down here in the struggle?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, it's crazy because like even before like I got married and stuff like that, like I was always Chicago. Like my favorite album is like especially like whenever I'm making music with artists, whether it's like an EP or something like that, the one project that I always go to is B from Common. Right. So Common and Kanye, that's Chicago. Even going back to some of my musical choices, like Shaka Khan's like my favorite artist, Chicago.
Right.
Then like whenever you get into like Minnie Riperton, Herbie Hancock, people like that, it's all Chicago, right? And half of the music that we all grew up listening to and loving was recorded in Chicago. So it's always been like that, But then actually being in the city, and being around the music community here, like I was here like skill level, but now like I'm like off the screen. You feel me? Like I'm here. So yeah, so just being here has just been like extremely inspiring, because back home, I feel like you can only make it to, especially with the music I make, there's only like a certain level I feel like you could reach, and I kind of felt like I was a big fish, in the little pond of Tallahassee, so coming to a new city, having to make a new name for myself, and getting involved with this community and stuff here, it's just like the inspiration has just been, super crazy here. So I love it.
No doubt, man. So that's Chi-Town. Again, like my wife said, apparently we'll be making our way up there sooner than later. I know we'll get real close because we're supposed to be going to Nashville in September.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So
probably springtime. Like Nashville's like the halfway point, like from like Chicago to Florida for the most part. Yeah. So yeah, we make that trip a couple times.
Yeah, plus I'm gonna spill the beans. Supposed to be going to see Nas and Wu-Tang.
Hey, they're coming here too. So hey, yeah, that's fine.
It's my early birthday gift. Ooh, my wife hip hop, son. Also too, I'd be remiss not to ask this, especially it's been the talk of the town, or talk of the internets for the past few months, especially with Timbaland and his shenanigans, messing with Biggie vocals. Happy belated birthday to Biggie, by the way. What's your take on I guess AI and people using AI beats and making AI songs? Like, do you see it as a tool or do you see it as a hindrance? Like, what's been your take on that?
Both. Definitely both. It's just like with any scientific advancement. There's a lot of people that want to use it for good. There's a lot of people that want to use it for bad. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'll break it down into like, because you asked me like a couple. So like as far as like AI beats, if it works, it works. Whatever, if it works, it works. But I know like with the type of music I make, a computer can't replicate soul. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like you're not going to see AI, at least right now, you're not going to see AI make like a J Dilla style beat or whatever. Because like those beats are never like on time anyway. So those beats are never on time. So as a producer, it's gonna be hard. But then like you have like those you'll have those royalty free like YouTube style beats that AI can do like all day. I know that's gonna happen.
Right. Yep.
As far as people like using these AI generated voices, like if I want a Tupac verse, I just got to type something out real quick. For kicks and giggles is cool, but it's a I was just talking to my mans about this the other day. It's a super gray area. Like it's a very, very gray area. Because like you can, as of right now, you can copyright lyrics, you can copyright music, can't copyright a voice. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's in 2023, just like legal terms is like got to get updated for the most part, So it's kind of tough. The crazy thing about it is that this is the ground level, the stuff that we've seen, like the stuff that, because like people have been, especially with music, people have been using AI like stuff, whether it's like a beat program or something like that to help you find melodies and stuff like that. That's been a thing, that's always been a thing. I've used it sometimes. But then like the stuff that you've seen from like January to May, it's just like in that little bit of time, and like I said, it's still the ground floor. It's gonna be tough, it's gonna be tough, and I'm just kind of waiting to see like what's gonna happen, because like it's cool, it's just like it's just like a what's the thing that Tupac was on, the hologram, it's just it's just like the holograms, you know what I mean? So it's like I said, it's ground level, so I'll just see what happens, I'm still up in there.
Yeah, people are fearful of the holograms and they end up fizzling out. They really didn't become much of nothing.
Yeah, but then like with this, it's way more accessible. Like it's super accessible for you to do that, and then you don't have to have a face behind it. Like I think this was like sometime last year. They had I think it was like
the FN Mecca.
Yeah. That's what I was just about to say. Yeah, so like stuff like that, that's the scary part, So like for some stuff you don't know who's behind it, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, and man, I ain't gonna front, like even as a photographer, when I edit pictures, I use the Lightroom, and Lightroom has an AI feature which can tell you, okay, which is the best picture or whatever. A lot of times it be capped, they be hating, but like, bro, that's not the best picture. You wilding. But it's a tool, you know what I mean? So it helps me to kind of determine, like, okay, which pictures I'm gonna go with as far as editing, because I'm not gonna sit here and go through 300, 400 pictures, just find 10. Like, not gonna do that.
If you think about it like that, a preset is AI. You know what I mean? So it's like there's ways that you can, you feel me? So it's it's a slippery slope, you know what I mean? So like I said, I'm gonna see where it goes, I'll see where it goes, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, man. And I was about to say too, I say this to those out there, bro, like if it ain't the Kanye vocals, like stop using them. Kanye seems like the only vocals that really come out clean. The rest of the vocals, especially the Tupac vocals, Y'all need to stop that. Stop it. It sounds horrible. The Biggie vocal sounds horrible. Drake almost is all right, but the only ones that I've heard that were like the AI joints were the Kanye joints. Oddly enough, shouts out to Chicago. I guess it's the Midwest accent that can sing it.
I think the only AI joint that I actually liked, I saw a clip. It was Rihanna. It was Rihanna singing something, and it made sense. But like, you know, Kanye singing Justin Bieber and stuff like that is just weird. So
yeah.
You know, so yeah.
But yeah,
like, I might do something just to see what how a Jay-Z verse would sound or something like that. But I wouldn't there wouldn't be anything I would like put out to the public because that's weird, you know.
That Jay-Z joint was kind of
I was good on that. I was okay on that.
Yeah, like that was, I guess, because they didn't try to make him. They didn't put his vocals on another. It was the artist who made it, but it wasn't another famous artist that he had vocals trying to match up against.
It's really just Jay-Z's not rapping like that. That's really what it is. Right. You know what I mean? So, but then you got people like Ice Cube. I just seen something today. Ice Cube was just like, "Yo, I'm suing anybody who uses my likeness." So I'm just like,
yeah, that's cute.
That's the battle that you want to. That's the battle that you want to fight. You know,
go ahead, but you don't want it with Cube. Cube is about his money. If he ain't about anything else, he is about his money. Yeah, man. So speaking of, get up out of here, man. I want to hold you all night. Pause. You were just talking about transphobia. You still playing the pause game? Screw you guys. You let people know how they can get in contact with you. You know what I'm saying? Especially those who are serious about getting beats for their projects. Let them know how they can get at you.
Word. I haven't sold a beat in a very long time, which is crazy. If y'all want to get at me, hit me on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. Back_pack_beats with a Z. Sitting there. If it's too long for you, #backpack season. You'll see me everywhere. If you like the merch, make sure you go to nomorefreebeats.com. We got the hats coming. Already got the hoodies and stuff. Let me see what else, man. You can catch me on Twitch. I'll be back on Twitch in the next week or two. I got to get a curtain for this humongous window right here. So I'll be on Twitch Tuesdays and Fridays making beats. The goal is to make 5 beats every joint. Hit the Bandcamp. You can go to Bandcamp, get some stuff. That's pretty much it, man. Got a lot of stuff on the way. Working on the next album right now. Hopefully that'll be done very soon. Just waiting on a couple verses. But that's really it.
What's it, a couple verses? Ain't nobody holler at me about sending the verse nowhere. God dang, dog. I know I've been doing this podcasting thing, you know what I'm saying? But dang, dog, ain't nobody gonna holler. No,
look, I have it's only 4 rappers. It's only 4 rappers that are on it. And there was a lot of people that I was saying no to. So you're in the fold of no's.
I'm about to say, at least give me a no, bro. At least, bro, you good, you straight, dog. You straight. You all right. I love you, but you all right. At least you know I'm still out here. I blame JC. We haven't done the Underground Railroad together in almost a month now. It's his fault. I haven't had a chance to get on the air and kick freestyles and let people know I still got it. He can freestyle your own podcast. E, shut up. Get on live on IG and let people know you can spit. Which that might happen. I told y'all, I gave y'all a clue. I've been listening to a lot of instrumentals past 2 weeks. Don't play with me. Don't play. I do it. I do it. Roy Lee, boy.
That's hilarious.
Shouts out to little brother. Shouts out to Knife Wonder. Knife Wonder. Just I got a boom in the back. Just get this bit.
Bro, that is terrible. That is hilarious.
Man, okay. We're gonna get up out of here. Tell Eric, tell crew. I want to say Kyrie so bad. Tell crew. I'm reading it. I read his name. That's what it is. I'm reading the name. I haven't had a chance to say it.
But there's like not an I or anything after the K. It's just
it's my I'm 42 years old, bro. It's my brain. Put the K and the R together. I'm like, what? K and the R. What? How the, not a C? Not a B? A K? What you doing with that?
terrible.
It's not a T? It's not true? No, it's not true. It's a K? What you doing with the K? Don't millennials. Just name him Daniel. Keep it moving. No, man. No, I love you guys, man. So proud of y'all, what y'all doing, building a family, building a foundation, a legacy. You always been a great guy. Always had I don't even say an old soul, a solid soul. You always been a solid person. Doing what you gotta do, none of the shenanigans. Even though you deal with the shenanigans from your older bros, me, JC, Stats, A to the L, we not worthy of your presence, bro. But you tolerate it.
I appreciate it, man.
So yeah, I just want to give you your flowers, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, and wish nothing but the best. And again, according to Felicia, apparently you will be in Chicago soon and very soon. So
hey, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere in the foreseeable future. So, like I said, just hit me, and I'm here. I got you. I'll be your tour guide.
All right, bet that up. Yeah. All right, so we'll get up out of here. Yeah, man. I think I have somebody on deck for next week, people. Not sure. Of course, it doesn't gonna be do me any good to tell you guys, because when I do, that's when things get jacked up. So just stay tuned. Other than that, am soliciting prayers. Not gonna get into too much detail, but yeah, just pray for your boy. Pray for your boy family, and yeah, they're much needed right now. So just holler at your boy. Other than that, yeah, man, shouts out to my baby Felicia. Shouts out to my baby Mackenzie. Shouts out my father-in-law, Mr. John, holding it down. You know what I mean? You know, you guys on TV now, so he ain't got to be too quiet. He just be one quiet. And yeah, again, shouts out to Pat, Joe, Queen Shelby. Joe, I don't know if you heard the last episode. I love you, bro. It wasn't my fault. I swear. It wasn't me. Anyway, we got y'all here. This is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. You got time, baby. Peace.